And welcome into the Erie Tiger Network. Joining you now as, well, it's been an interesting day. A couple softball games, but now it's time for football as the Erie Tigers, they look for revenge from last year as they take on a Roosevelt team that they have not been able to conquer for years now. It's Erie, Roosevelt, coming right at you.
Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Baby, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin now. Baby, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin. Are you ready for it? Baby, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin. Are you ready for it?
Well, welcome into today's football matchup. You see the Tigers, they're ready, they're up, they're jumping around as they come onto the field. The 7-0 Tigers taking on the 2-5 Roosevelt Rough Riders. Well, thank you for joining us here for this football game tonight. I am Brandon Bird, and we are so excited for what we have in store for tonight. The Tigers look to knock off Roosevelt for the first time in the last 2 decades. In fact, we don't even know the last time that an Erie team knocked off Roosevelt. We just know that as far back as our stats go, well, we don't have a record of Erie beating Roosevelt, but that could change tonight as Erie, the #1 team here in 3A, set to take the field. And actually, if you take a look at the 3A top 10, it is Erie #1, Discovery Canyon undefeated, #2 Palisade, #3 Palmer Ridge, Harrison also undefeated. They come in at 5, Pueblo East, Durango, Thomas Jefferson, Holy Family, and Frederick. So we're excited for this one here tonight as we are set to have Erie kick it off in just a little bit. And we hope our stream is okay. We actually do not have the means to monitor our own stream health. So for those of you that might know me, please text me and alert me to this. Well, this is their big struggle this year is they're without their quarterback as this one goes through the end zone. Their quarterback, Trevor Bial, well, he's out. Bial is out for the year, and that means they've had to play with their backup. And it has not been quite the run that the Riders were hoping for. They've played a little bit better in the last few weeks as they have taken some good teams late into some games. But here we go. The quarterback is Brig Hartson here. Hartson will hand it off left side, and he is immediately stuffed there by Nate Hackney. So a pickup there by Nick Wall on the run for a gain of 2. You'll see Nick Wall get a lot of carries along with Devin Sanchez. Nick Wall is also the leading pass getter. I know that Roosevelt likes to put the ball in the air quite a bit. In fact, they average 190 yards through the air as a team. Now there goes a handoff to the right side. And that time it's Devin Sanchez and a pickup of 3 yards. Now 3rd down and 5 here for the Riders. Ball spotted between the hashes. Hartson looks right, will fire the screen pass. One-handed caught, but the turf monster came up and got Sanchez. And so only a pickup of about 2, maybe 3 on the play. That was set up to actually be a decent gain there. That was Sanchez on the catch on the screen. And only a 2-yard pickup. So that will force a punt. And Noah Roper back to return the punt here for the Tigers. We'll talk a little bit about our all-purpose yards watch, but definitely something to keep your eye on. punt is blocked by Gardner, out of bounds, and a great start for the Tigers. Gardner just shot in, and he was so deep on the punter, I think he blocked that one with his knees. Let's take another look at that one. As you see, the snap was high, and Gardner came in, and yep, that was like right into the chest, and Erie has perfect field position here to begin their first drive of the game. And for Erie, they'll be led out by their quarterback, Gavin Mendoza. Noah Roper, the starting running back, already over 1,300 yards rushing on the season. It'll be Spencer Brooks starting at right tackle, Nate Hackney at right guard, Colby Arlington at center for the Tigers. And we'll go over the rest of the starting lineup here in just a little bit. Mendoza will clap the hands. The Tigers will shift, and a penalty coming on the Tiger bench is wondering why there's a penalty, and it's actually offside. And so Coach Cooper, I think, saying, my bad, guys. So first penalty of the game is a 2-yarder here on Roosevelt for offside. So first and goal from the 5. Mendoza in the pistol. Roper behind him. Once again, the Tigers will shift across the formation. Hard count, snap, chest high, handoff to Roper. Cuts into the teeth of the defense trying to twist his way backward. And Noah Roper will still end up picking up about 3 yards on the play. Now pistol formation again. Handoff again, Roper, right side. Roper will stretch it out. No one will catch him. And an early touchdown here for the Tigers. And Noah Roper, as he inches closer to entering the record books for all-time touchdowns. We'll take another look at that. Pretty good blocking. Jamie Nelms on the edge of that, kind of sealing it off. There's Ian McDonald, the little kick-out block. And Noah Roper high steps it into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. And an early 6-0 lead here for the Tigers. A run of 1 yard here in the first quarter with 9:42 remaining. So 7-0 Tigers. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll step aside here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number, 303-828-0454, or go to carawayortho.com.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the...
Back to live. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. 7-0, Tigers lead it after the touchdown and the extra point. And another quick start for Erie. We've seen that so often throughout the season. As this one is high, end over end, will be fielded at the 4. And a little juke and not going very far is Jacob Morey. So Jacob Morey on the return. So 9:38, and that's where Roosevelt will start their second possession here. Brandon Bird, Alex Nielsen, our director here tonight, our technical director, if you will. Up top, Hayden Dickinson on camera. Little handoff on a counter and pretty good yardage. It was blocked well, and no one there home on the edge for the Tigers, and a nice little 12-yard pickup there by Devin Sanchez. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 here for the Riders. No Roper, the 2 carries, actually brings his season average down a little bit. In fact, Noah coming in today, 11.2 yards per carry off 118 carries. Here comes a little slant pass and in and out of the hands of the intended target. That was intended for J.T. Bauman. And so Roosevelt now 2nd and 10. Hartson will take the snap, hands off to Sanchez. He's hitting the backfield, but kind of shimmies away, and then a wall of defenders will gobble him up for no gain. So that'll bring up 3rd down and a long 9 here for the Riders. And on the last 3rd down, Roosevelt had a screen set up but couldn't execute. So Hartson in the shotgun. He'll scan the field. 2 wideouts to each side. Takes the low snap. Looks right. Now flush from the pocket. Nelm's trying to chase him down. Throws up a floater, and that one will hit the turf as a receiver was diving for it. I think that was Holden Davis. And so another 4th down and a punt coming up here for the Riders. So now Roper will go back to receive a punt. Tigers already blocked one, so I think Roosevelt might be thinking of that here in the back of their head. Tigers look like they're going to bring pressure. Low snap, and another block. It's blocked again, and this time Tyler Gardner will pick it up and score. And so the Tiger punt block unit is destroying Roosevelt.
Touchdown, Tiger!
And we'll take another look at this, and just coming in and getting that block. Couldn't quite tell. I think that might have been Nate Hackney. No, that was Dylan Hall, I believe, as you see Gardner sprinted into the end zone. Not totally sure. We'll have to take another look at that one again at halftime. See who that was that came up with the block. Snap is good, kick is up, and just like that, it is 14-0. We'll step aside again. Tigers lead it big early here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. As Tigers already lead 14-0. 2 punt blocks. Yeah, might want to block those guys. They are coming fast and hard, and right now Roosevelt has no answer as that one is through the end zone. Fans, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Erie TigerNet. You can like the Erie Tiger Network Facebook page. Check us out online, erietiger.network.com. You can also like and subscribe to this video. And the handoff up the middle. Not much going, but a little bit of room. About a 4-yard pickup for Devin Sanchez.
Roosevelt rush of 4 yards, bring up first, second and 10. Second and 6.
Another little give there, and not a whole lot going for Nick Wall as he picks up maybe a yard. So 3rd and 5 here for Roosevelt. And what has been a tremendous start for this Tiger defense and especially the Tiger punt team here on a pink out night. Under center this time is Hartson. Hands it off right side, and not much room to negotiate there for Devin Sanchez. In fact, they'll say he'll pick up 1, and that'll bring up a 4th and 4. So far 3 possessions, only 24 yards for Roosevelt. And, folks, they got to punt again. And Noah Roper is still back there if you do get the punt off. So Roosevelt in tight. Here it looks like they're bringing the pressure. They almost get there again, but now Roper has it back at the 35 with plenty of room to negotiate. Stretches out to the near side, and the white jerseys do a good job of corralling him. And Roper is down on the field. He took a big lick, and he pops right up. I think he's okay. He looked down there for a little bit, and immediately some staffers ran over. Let's see if we can take a look. Well, no, don't have the end of the play there. Maybe just a couple Rough Riders laying on top. So 6:03 remaining. Erie will get really their first possession where they have to do anything, and there's a penalty on Erie as well, and so that will bring the ball back to the 26.
First and 10, Erie Tigers on the 26-yard line.
I don't think so. You talk to them. So 1st and 10. Here for Erie. Sorry about that. Roosevelt coaches coming asking questions in this box. Snap, handoff. Roper has a small crease and dances in and out of the hole and dashes forward for a pickup of 7.
No Roper with the carry. Gain of 7 yards.
So 2nd and 3 here.
Brings up 2nd and 3 on the 33-yard line.
Ball spotted at the near hash. Tight formation here for Erie. Handoff, Roper, left side, stutters at the line. He is met at the line, driven well backward, and filling the hole that time was Gavin Rotten, and he drove Roper back for a loss of a couple. And we do not see many negative plays from this offense, especially when number 8 has the ball. So that'll bring up a 3rd and about short 5. Now Mendoza with the field spread. He'll send Nelms in motion with the high pink socks here for Jamie Nelms. Handoff Roper, and Roosevelt just collapsed in the hole, and a big hit on Roper, and he's going to be about a yard short. Needed 5, picked up 4. It'll be 4th and short. I think Erie's still going to go for it here. They'll send out their heavy package. Ian Vera out there for the Tigers, as well as Aaron Dixon. Roper looks to be the Wildcat quarterback here. Almost just say run it over that right side. And that's exactly what they do. And Roper, plenty of yardage. And, man, I'll tell you what, White Hats are flying the ball. They are trying to hit Noah Roper as hard as they possibly can. And he has taken a few licks here early. That's already his 6th carry of the game. That's as many as he had last week. Only this week he has 18 yards instead of about 118. 3:59 here in the quarter. Mendoza, play action. He'll look down the middle of the field trying to hook up with Nelms, and there's pass interference coming from 2 referees as Wall just kind of rode Jamie Nelms down to the turf. So that's going to bring Erie up here, 15 yards. So 15-yard penalty on Roosevelt makes it 1st and 10 for the Tigers on the Roosevelt 45. Now Roper behind Mendoza. They have been crowding the box here, has Roosevelt. Offside, and they'll just call encroachment. And another 5-yard penalty. That's already the 3rd Roosevelt penalty of the night. 3:40 left to go here in quarter number 1. Mendoza checking with the play at the line. Single coverage across the board. Roosevelt stacking that box, thinking they have got to stop Noah Roper. Mendoza takes it, runs play action, looks on a bootleg, downfield. Instead, he'll take it himself. He was right at the down again, gets it to Kana, and he will score. He was right on the line, but just behind it, they'll say. And a touchdown pass there of 40 yards. You see him rolling. The line of scrimmage was 40-yard line, and Mendoza, as our cameraman got faked out there, stripes the pass in there to Kana. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Cameraman took the bait, and so did Roosevelt. So Isaac Kana, the 40-yard touchdown catch, and now the Tigers lead it 21-0 on the extra point. We'll step aside again, 3:11 left. Tigers lead it here in the first quarter, 21-0. We're not. You asked that booth. We don't.
Thank you, guys.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. As the Tigers lead it 21-0 here already in this. And, man, Roosevelt, they are overplaying the run and now getting exposed through the air. And the Tigers, who have not beaten Roosevelt in a long, long time, already look to be ending that here. You don't want to call it over in the first quarter, but, man, the Tigers have come out focused as they want revenge from a year ago when they had their hearts broken up in Johnstown.
With yet another touchback, working up his way to the world record for most touchbacks in high school football ever.
And so the Tiger defense will come out here. Roosevelt got to figure out something. They've been stymied so far, only 24 total yards in their first 3 possessions, and Had 2 punts blocked and almost a third. Now here's a little swing pass, and Tigers weren't quite ready for that. But a pickup there of 5 on the play up to the 25. And that was Nick Wall.
For a gain of 5 yards, brings up Roosevelt 2nd and 5.
On the catch. Wall kind of their leading everything right now. Leading pass catcher, leading runner as well. 2nd and 5. Low snap, mishandled, now finally given off. That actually almost helped Roosevelt in terms of timing as Erie over pursued there, and a decent run from the 25 all the way past the 35 up to the 36. A pickup of 11 that time for Devin Sanchez. That's his second 11-yard carry. And Erie on that left side of their defense here have given up a couple runs. See a sub coming on. Now Josh Bradford has entered the game, and not a name we've been able to say a whole lot. It's nice to see him back on the field after he broke his collarbone just a couple weeks before the season started. And so Bradford out there now for the Tigers. Low snap again, and Bradford will get the quarterback in the backfield, and Nate Hackney will come clean things up. A loss of about 6 yards on the play. And so that'll go all the way back to the 31. We'll officially call a loss of 5 here. But now 2nd and long. Four wide now for Hartson. Takes a snap, looks right. It's a screen pass. Brooks coming in. It's caught, and it was beautifully read that time by Josh Bradford. So 2 plays in a row. As soon as we mentioned Bradford, comes right in and makes a nice little play there. I think that was Sanchez that caught it. Not sure. So 3rd and 15 now for the Riders. Hartson looking right, being pressured. Floats an out route, and Ian Vera is there right at the moment the ball gets to the hands. Good timing there by Vera, and a turnover on downs. And now Roosevelt's got to be sweating a little bit because they have to punt, and that has not been a positive play for them so far here tonight. Snap, better. Kick is up and away, and Roper will field it back at the 26. Roper trying to cut through, and not much room to return that time. And Roosevelt, they are really trying to make Noah Roper feel it here tonight. Return of about 5 yards. So 1st and 10. For the Tigers. They'll start all the way back at their own 32. Thanks for joining us, fans. 3rd broadcast of the day. We're happy to bring it to you. We'll be even happier here if Erie can continue this pattern. Dion Lucero into the game. Handoff. Roper cuts against the grain. Still on his feet. Trying to back his way. And does for a 1st down and a pickup of 11. We'll call it 12 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 here. Dion Lucero, the quarterback here for Erie. Lucero checks behind him with Roper. Snap. Handoff Roper. Left side, explodes through a hole, stretches out, cuts back in across the 50, has first down yardage, across the 40, still on his feet, and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A gain of 21 yards on the pickup. Actually, they'll just spot him a little bit short of the 35. So a 20-yard pickup there for Noah, and first down to boot. So ball spotted on the 36. First and 10 here for Erie. Lucero, the quarterback, in the pistol. Ball spotted the far hash, tight formation. Snap, play action. Lucero's going to unload deep. Nice throw, but just out of the reach of Kana. Pretty good coverage as well by Jacob Morey. So Lucero's first pass of the night. Pretty good high looping pass, but just out of the reach of his intended target. You see single coverage, that's where you want to go with it, especially with Kana, who's a solid athlete. And now a timeout coming from the Erie sideline. I'd like to thank our sponsors here that have helped make this broadcast possible. Jen Elliston, a realtor here in town, one of our sponsors, as well as Jeannie Hulse, Clark Law, Go Airheads Airsoft Field. All of those sponsors, integral part to what we do. Now, if you'd like to sponsor, you can find our Patreon description down in the link. We have a few Patreon supporters already. You can give as little as $1 a month, and that helps us with our operating expenses here on the Erie Tiger Network. Alex Ailey has been a Patreon member who has bought the Player of the Game read, so we will read the read like he's a business, but he's just a sole entity when we name our Player of the Game, brought to you by Alex Ailey. So 2nd and 10 here for the Tigers. As Dion Lucero, quarterback here in the pistol, sends Vera in motion from left to right. Stretch handoff here to Roper. Bounces it to the outside, has Hackney in front of him. Nice block there. And Roper tried to cut it back up the sideline. That's one of those where if you're Coach Cooper, I think you almost say, Noah, go out of bounds. A pickup there, though, of about 6 yards on the pickup. And that's the last play of the quarter. So, at the end of one, the Tigers lead it 21-0 here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Here as we roll into the second quarter. 3rd down and 4 here for the Tigers. Handoff, Roper cuts through a small hole, stays on his feet, turns the legs, and picks up enough for a 1st down. And the clock stopped. The officials coming in. Don't know if there was a flag. Or and an official timeout. Actually, they're only going to give him 4 yards right to the down marker, so they're going to have to actually come out and measure this one. I thought initially the spot they gave him was good enough, and so now here comes the chain out to measure. And it is good enough for a 1st down.
First down, Tigers.
So 1st down and 10 here for Erie. Driving into Roosevelt territory. Ball still outside the red zone, spot at the 26. Furman split out wide to the left. It's Gardner wide to the right. Lucero takes a snap, play action, rolls to his left, fires. That one is caught underneath, and a nice catch and run after the catch. A pickup there of about 13 on the pass play. And that was Aaron Dixon. Aaron Dixon on the catch.
Aaron Dixon with the catch. Bringing up an Erie Tiger 1st down.
And his first catch of the year. So now 1st and 10 from the 15 here for the Tigers. Roper hesitates, bounces out to the left, across the 10, makes one man miss, push toward the goal line. Did he reach in? And no, they will call him a few yards short. They'll say he stepped out at the 3. That's an 11-yard pickup, and Roper 71 yards now rushing.
Gain of 11 yards, bringing up an Erie Tiger 1st down.
So 1st and goal. Tigers knocking on the door here of another score. They have scored with every possession so far in this game. Lucero trying to get the play set here. Shifts the formation. Heavy to the right side with the ball in the near hash. And now the umpire is going to throw a penalty. And they'll back up Erie. I think a little jump.
Flag on the play.
And
Penalty of 5 yards, bringing the Tigers 1st and 8.
And I thought I saw one of the Tiger players pointing to their chest. And yeah, Jamie Nelms kind of motioning. Well, maybe not. Didn't really see much movement there. Handoff, Roper through the hole, left side, makes one man miss, dives toward the goal line, and they'll say he's there for Noah. It was over. I can see. So that was a dead ball, so it should be 2nd down, and it is. So 2nd and 16. Lucero in the shotgun now. He'll roll to the right. Looking downfield, fires into the end zone and just overthrew Gardner. But, man, you can see the strong arm of Dion Lucero. So 3rd and 10. Lucero now 1 of 3 for 13 yards. There's Dion. Getting the plays in from the sideline. Tigers need to score a touchdown. So really, you almost think about taking a shot here, or Little run play action, set up for Furman, left side screen, breaks a tackle, pinballs his way down inside to the 5. So a pickup there of 11. So that'll bring up 4th and goal. And it looks like the Tigers are going to go for it here on 4th and goal. So here you go, got a score, 4th and goal to go. It'll be Roper with the Wildcat, Ian Vera next to him. He's got one wide out to the right and a timeout coming here. I think this is taken by Erie, and it is. Fans, don't forget to follow us on social media. Also, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you follow us for all the latest updates. Also, don't forget to check out the Tiger Times, the online student news publication. Go to ErieTigerTimes.com. So the Tigers have 4th and goal, but it's been a great start so far. A 1-yard run from Noah Roper after a blocked punt. And that was with 9:42 left in the first. And another punt block that scored. It was scored when Tyler Gardner picked it up and ran into the end zone. And then finally, a 40-yard touchdown pass from Gavin Mendoza to Isaac Kana for 40 yards. And that's the difference right now. And, of course, Erie knocking at the door again, but need to find their way into the end zone from 5 yards out. And they are going to go for it. They don't send Julian on. So Roper, he'll be the one to take the snap here, claps his hands. McDonald motions, takes it himself, right side, makes one man miss. Now has a cut to his left, and Roper high steps into the end zone. It wasn't blocked the way I think it was designed, but Noah Roper made something special out of nothing and punches it into the end zone. Take a look, Roper was met in the backfield, had 3 white jerseys, had to step to his left, cut back in, and scored it for the Tigers. And so Noah Roper, another touchdown for him. And that one on 4th and goal. That one coming with 10:27 here in the second quarter, and the Tigers extra point away from going on top 28-0. And we'll take a look at some Noah records here as soon as this extra point is kicked. Snap is good, hold good, kick is up, and it is right between the pipes. So 28-0 lead here for Erie. And let's take a look at some of the records that Noah Roper is chasing. And there you can see total touchdowns. And we'll add 2 more. He's now 78. He is 2 yards away from catching Austin Eckler. You may have heard that name. He plays for the San Diego Chargers. He's 16th all-time in the state with 80 touchdowns. And so Noah adding to that total. You also take a look at career carries, and Noah moving up. He is now actually 12th on that list ahead of Ryan Muller. A little error on that graphic. And you see the 12 coming after. 708 carries. In fact, he passed Taylor Walters out of Paonia already this game and now has moved into 11th all-time for carries. And we have one more that we'll look at after this kickoff, and it's the real big one. As this one is sent high toward the end zone and a touchback. And we'll take a look at one more of Noah's records that he is kind of chasing here. Well, we'll see if we can't bring that graphic up. As there we go. Well, we'll look at it some other time. How about that? Get the scoreboard back up there for you. 28-0 Tigers lead it. We'll talk about the all-purpose yards record a little bit later. Handoff and just kind of back and forth, dancing and getting back to the original line of scrimmage was Devin Sanchez. Pickup of 1 on the play. And sorry, we are having some scoreboard issues, so bear with us as we try and get that one back up for you. I mean, you can see the scoreboard, but we are having issues on our end entering in any information, such as down and distance. So, well, may not have down and distance here for a little while, fans. And we'll keep our time right and our score, which we can do, which are the two most important things. We'll see if we can fix that for you at halftime. Here comes a rollout pass, looking downfield, throwing through the hands of the intended target. That was Holden Davis. And another incomplete pass, and another turnover on downs, and only 37.5 yards of total offense for this Roosevelt squad as they have to come out and punt again. No Roper and Isaac Kana now back to receive this punt. Snap good. Kick taken by Roper at the 42. Big hole. Left side. Spins. And scores. Noah Roper. And a late flag coming in. That was a return for Erie of 57 yards. And I don't know if this one was after the play or not. And they'll say it was during, and then you see the player laying down. Sorry we didn't get to the replay in time. Kind of caught up there with the player that was down. And so, unfortunately, what was going to be a 57-yard return turns into a 23-yard return. So 1st and 10 here for Erie. Mendoza in the pistol. Hands off to Roper. Left side. Cuts it back to the right. Still on his feet and grinds out some yardage. Pickup of about 6 on the play. And another penalty. And a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Erie. So I don't know what is going on. But Erie's going to take a timeout to talk things over as things are getting a little too chippy down there for Coach Cooper's liking. So that's going to bring it all the way back to a 2nd and 19. What in the world is going on with Erie? They had a penalty that wiped a big return from Noah off the board, and I think Coach Cooper not pleased out there. telling his guys they got to keep their cool. So 8:32 remaining here in the quarter as the Tigers once again getting close to that magic number 40 of running clock, which they have just been able to do over and over again, it seems like, this season. Play action. Mendoza steps up, fires downfield, has Jamie Nelms, hits him in stride, and Jamie Nelms down inside the 5. And a nice huck there from Mendoza. A 39-yard strike from Gavin Mendoza to Jamie Nelms. As you see Nelms and Vera high-five each other. You have Roosevelt King so hard on stopping the run that they have just been flayed open pretty good from the pass now a couple times. And Roper will take on the right side, and he had a big hole, and I think he chose to just initiate contact, and he gets up, and there are flags flying after the play, multiple flags, and I don't know who that's on or what the heck is going on, but good grief. And Erie signaling that that's going to be against Roosevelt. And so Noah Roper, 93 yards rushing. And the touchdown's good. Personal foul on the Tigers and a personal foul on Roosevelt. And I think we might see the official have a chat here with Coach Cooper, as Coach Cooper is not happy with that official. Coach Pallone out there trying to get Coach Cooper to, well, back his way toward the sideline. Shake it off, live to fight another play. I told you that the way that Roosevelt was hitting Noah Roper, and now another personal foul, this one on Coach Cooper, and this is starting to get ridiculous. So an extra point for Julian of 35 yards. Well, good field goal practice for Julian. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is boomed right down the center. Doesn't matter how far. Julian's got that one. But another penalty, and we will take another timeout. Tigers, they lead at 35-0.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video. To skip forward or backwards, use the arrow keys to move forward.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. 7:56 remaining here in the half. The Tigers already up 35-0. As that one will sail through the back of the end zone.
This may come as a surprise to you, but Julian Christine kicks for yet another touchback.
And Will Rathie warming up the crowd here. Will Rathie, the PA announcer. Don't know how much you can hear him in the background or not, but having a good time with these fans. So 1st and 10 for Roosevelt. Erie, 196 yards of offense in this half. Roosevelt, 37. So 1st and 10 here for Brig Hartson. He's going to pitch a little reverse. Hackney trying to stay home, does a good job, and Tigers are there, including Salas, to string it out. And that is actually going to be a loss of yardage. And good job by Nate Hackney to stay disciplined and stay home. A loss of 2 on the reverse. So that'll bring up 2nd and 12. Little forward shovel, and the Tigers meet that with great ferociousness, and that's a loss. So would have been better to not catch that, because that technically would have been an incomplete pass. But instead, it is a complete pass for a loss of 4. That was Jacob Morey that was introduced to Jamie Nelms there. Another pass here for Roosevelt. Down the sideline, intercepted by Kana. The route is on, ladies and gentlemen. And so an INT. And it is Erie football. So Kana, couple big plays now. As Isaac Kana just anticipated, stepped in, and give him ice cream, ladies and gentlemen. That is what you get for turnovers for playing on this defense. So Coach Mickens likes to give out the ice cream. Now, 1st and 10 for the Tigers on the Roosevelt 37, and if the Tigers score, it is running clock. Tell you what, I think the Tigers this season have overpaid for their clock operators. They only work half time. Now handoff there to Roper, bounces it to the right and leans forward for a pickup of 2. And more whistles. And Roper's helmet is ripped off, and he comes to the sideline not very pleased. And Coach Cooper trying to cool off the very passionate Noah Roper. Lucero will send Kana in motion. Lucero runs play action, rolls to the near side. Lucero stops, and he is swarmed by a slew of white jerseys. A loss there of 6 yards on the sack of Dion Lucero. And that's one of those, you're outside the pocket, nowhere to go. Just want to coach up the youngster. Throw it away. Find a target on the sideline. As long as you get it past the line of scrimmage, good to go. So now 3rd and 15 here for Erie. Erie'd love to score here. They want to get rolling clock here. Well, we want rolling clock up here in the booth. I don't know if the coaching staff wants it. I think they want their guys to get some solid reps. It's almost been too easy in these games, and now a delay of game coming here for Erie, so back them up another 5. So delay a game. So third and very long here. Lucero in the shotgun. Rolls to his right from the snap, looks downfield. Fires back over the middle and not much going, and a big hit there on Mason Vivi. I think you could hear maybe a couple stray yells as that was a little bit extra and late. And Erie will be forced to punt for the first time tonight with 5:01 remaining here on the clock. Tab Sire will come out. Last man on the field there. You saw that was the man who was running on there. This punt will check, but not enough. So a touchback. Julian was trying to pin it inside the 5-yard line there. So 4:53 left. Yeah, don't want to touch back there. So 1st and 10. But it sounds good. For Roosevelt from the 20. Another screen pass. Intercepted again. It's Hackney again. And is Nate Hackney a screen intercepting wizard? Oh, my goodness. How does he continue to do it? We'll take a look at this and just look at number 54, Nate Hackney. He recognizes, he peels, he intercepts, and he has got to be the best in the state at doing that. Every week it seems. Holy cow, Nate Hackney. And now the Tigers are 1st and goal from the 9. Trying to get running clock. And Noah Roper out there with Ian Vera. I think he's just going to get the snap and bowl. Fakes the handoff, takes himself, left side, and he bowls into the end zone. Another touchdown for Noah Roper. And run the clock, ladies and gentlemen. And there it was. Noah Roper fakes the handoff. Great blocking. Huge hole. And no one's stopping that guy, number 8. Holy cow. Noah Roper, over 100 yards rushing, has 17 carries. The kick is up, and it is good. So another Roper run for a touchdown. And so that happened with about 4:40 left. And with that run, Noah Roper is now 16th all-time in the state for touchdowns, tied with Austin Eckler. So that's his 80th career touchdown for Noah Roper. So what a career it has been for Noah Roper. And now we have the running clock again for Erie. But that, of course, was set up by the great catch on the interception by Nate Hackney. So 1st and 10 here for Roosevelt, and that sideline's got to feel a little bit defeated. Starters on defense still out there for Erie. Roosevelt. Can't tell if this is a new quarterback or not. Actually, it's still Brig Hartson. Little misdirection and up the hash for 11 yards and a first down. I think that was Hartson. So 1st and 10, handoff up the middle, and another decent gain there. Will Kana with the tackle and a pickup of 11. And it's Cooper Walton. Now a snap and a handoff up the middle, and more good tough running here by Roosevelt, and that's 3 straight plays of 11 yards. That time it was Sanchez, and another late flag. And I looked down to enter into my book, and so I actually think it might be a block in the back there. Nope, it was Tyler Gardner with the Thanks for bearing with me there, folks. Sorry for the cough. Broadcasting a 3rd game of the day while sick, and Tyler Gardner, the personal foul there with his late hit, and there are 3 flags. So there might be a couple penalties here. And there is an unsportsmanlike on Roosevelt and an unsportsmanlike on Erie, so those will offset. So 1st down and 10. They reset the clock here to 56 seconds. It'll still run, but needed to stop there for the administration of the penalty. Throw almost intercepted there by Roper. He started coming forward to the line because he saw a running back leaking out and then had to adjust, lean back, and knock away the football. 36 seconds left here. And now they'll stop the clock with a... No, well, I don't know what the heck is going on. What in the heck is going on? So 2nd down. Handoff up the middle quick again. And another good pickup and another penalty. And I think this time it might be an unsportsmanlike during the play or a block in the back on Roosevelt. Number 71, Nicholas Thorpe. Roosevelt's running into the locker room, but if this is on Erie, the half can't end in a defensive penalty. And it's not. Personal foul, so that'll be declined. And Roosevelt will go in the locker room. So at the end of one half of play, it's 42-0. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network. have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging? Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Performing a routine choreographed by the Tiger Palms varsity dance team. Let's hear from them as they take the field. Welcome to the field, the Erie High School Marching Band. music selections will be I Don't Care, made famous by Fall Out Boy, Jungle Boogie, made famous by Kool and the Gang, Hey Baby, and Uprising, made famous by Grease. We will also be featuring our very own band dance team this evening on Hey Baby. The dance team members are Cameron Knudsen, Andrew Shadler, Reagan Russell, Cece Bernard, Kelly Hoggs, Sammy Miller, Ryan Erickson, Skylar Temple, Leah Shepard, Madison Harper, Avery Esparza, Sam Hagstrom, Liam McLaughlin, Jack Cook, Izzy Spedalari, Ashley Gustafson, Katie Bryant, Hannah Harper, Lauren Hockey, Michael Spedalari, and Andrew Hackminster. We would like to recognize our seniors as well just one more time. Luke Arve, Ray Bellows, Jameson Cartwright, Wesley Cody, Nicholas Gaccaro, Evan Haspin, Nicholas Johnson, Sallow the Chicken Crusher Kimball, Ryan Krieger, Derek Meadows, Kieran McCarty, Chase Quaid, Jonathan Rice, Eric Riedel, Nick Chernecki, Peyton Sharp, Leah Shepard, Michael Spedalari, and Zach Sinessa. Please give these seniors some love. Drum majors are John Rice, also known as John Rice at the moment, tapping in to his Jamaican roots. Jameson Cartwright, also known as Jammin' Son, that's right. And Courtney Hull, known as Courtside Hold the Phone. Is the band ready for performance?
Story.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap.
Married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video. To skip forward or backwards, use the arrow keys to move 5 seconds. You can pause the video at any time by pressing the spacebar or clicking with the mouse.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
You are watching the ETN.
If you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School, well now you can. We have set up a Patreon page, which is a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction of knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon at sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
I'm Gavin Mendoza.
I'm Jamie Nome.
I'm Noah Roper.
I'm Spencer Brooks, and thanks for watching Tiger Football on the Erie Tiger Network.
Thanks for watching Tiger Football on the Erie Tiger Network.
Thanks for watching Tiger Football on the Erie Tiger Network.
And thank you for watching Tiger Football on the Erie Tiger Network.
Her senior year. Gloria Maya. Escorted by parents Gigi Garcia and Matt Roper and Forrest Maya. Jordan Kremers, escorted by parents Michelle and Jonathan Kremers. Future plans are to attend CU or CSU and study physical therapy and sports medicine. Favorite memory, joining the cheer team freshman year and making new friends. Let's give a big round of applause for the 2018-19 senior cheerleaders.
And welcome back into the Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. Let's take a look at the 3A RPI as we have some time here before the start of the second half. And that's the one area where Erie's still in a little bit of trouble. Only 8th in the state right now of RPI, and the big reason for that is the opponent's winning percentage. Erie, of course, scheduled a ton of big-name opponents who have just not delivered. But the good news here tonight, we got word that there's a score that involves Meade and Holy Family, and last we heard, Meade was up very big, and that's important because Erie just needs all the non-conference teams that they played to do well. So as long as Frederick, Meade, Canyon City, Pueblo South, and Evergreen can continue to do okay or start doing okay, that would help out Erie. This conference is not going to help out Erie as you have some teams like Roosevelt only 2-5. That does not help. And Erie with a win, of course, give them another loss. That's 2-6. Erie will play Thompson Valley, who will finish the season with probably about 2 wins. The good news is their last game is against Fort Morgan, who at this point is 6-1. You take a look at the top 10. We already mentioned that. Erie number 1 with 11 votes. That will help. It's not pure RPI in the seeding for the tournament. An undefeated number 1 ranked team likely to get the top seed. And then, of course, here are the standings. Erie at 2-0, Fort Morgan at 2-0, Roosevelt, Thompson Valley at 1-1 in league play, Niwot and Northridge at 0-2. So, that is some interesting things. We've also wanted to take a look at all-purpose yards as well, and No Roper continues to move up. Number 4 in all-purpose yards, getting pretty close to moving into the top 3 all time. Would be, of course, a big deal. Only a couple in front of him and a couple big names as well, including Christian McCaffrey on that list. So here comes Roosevelt. They will start things with a little crowded squibber of a kick. And it's picked up and returned to the near side, and not wanting to go down was the return man for Erie. I think that was Eddie Pena. With the chippiness that has gone on in this game and the fact that it's a running clock, I imagine that first half, that touchdown might be the last we have seen of Noah Roper here tonight. Beg your pardon, fans. And Noah is out there to start the second half, so Erie out for a little bit of blood here. Hand off to Roper. Sneaks to the initial hole. Spins back around, still on his feet. And Noah just showing off that incredible balance as he picks up 6 yards on first down. 110 yards rushing for Noah Roper. The only ball carrier so far today for the Tigers. That's unusual. Usually you have a couple different characters at least getting some carries. Has not happened. Every non-Noah Roper play has been a pass play. Mendoza hands off to Roper again. Cuts against the grain. Has a head of steam. Big hole across midfield. No one's going to touch him. Noah Roper for a touchdown. 66 yards. So a 66-yard strike, and now Noah, just like that, 176 yards rushing. And the kick is up and good. Get excited here, getting a little choked up over here in the broadcast booth. Didn't know if Noah would play, and he comes out with a 6-yard run and a 66-yard run, and you say, well, only about 100 yards rushing. Well, now he's closing in on another couple 100 yards rushing as well. Already, I think, over 200 all-purpose yards here today as he continues his assault on the record books. And it's 48-0, 49-0, and Erie, once again, surprised to see Noah out there. At this point, I think they want to help him get some record yardage, and Erie still needs to, they need reps. They need to work on things and running clock in every game. You love to see your team come out and dominate, but I think Erie like to try and test its players a little bit as there's another touchback. So a Julian Castine touchback. And it'll be 1st and 10 here for Roosevelt, and some different characters out there on defense. Colby Arlington out there for the Tigers. Ethan Johnson out there on the line. Still Nate Hackney. See Cameron Crooks, though, at a linebacker spot. As there's a handoff that's not going very far. In fact, a 2-yard loss. And in the mass of bodies, I think that was Cooper Walton that carried it, but I'm not sure. And now another non-gainer there.
Looks like a Roosevelt fumble, bringing up 3rd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
And so 3rd and long here for Roosevelt. Hartson under center. He'll hand it off to Sanchez, who will pick his way forward and ends up picking up about 5 yards. Well, Erie, enjoy these moments. It's not very often you get a team this good that just dominates every single game they're in. Roosevelt, a traditional power, but even good teams, as we've seen, Meade, Roosevelt, Erie has dealt with them fairly easily, and that just, you don't see that. And catching it from his knees for the Tigers on the punt there is Will Kana. And so Erie will take over just on their side of the field. So 1st and 10 here. Let's see what Erie does. They're going to send out Cameron Crooks as the running back. Dion Lucero out there. At quarterback, I see Josh Bradford getting some run here on the offense. Mentioned his name a couple times already, and running on there is Aiden Meeks. Tigers will set up 1st and 10 here at their own 49. Handoff, Crooks, right side, has a hole, spins back. Good job keeping his balance, and this just kind of backing his way for 7 yards for Cameron Crooks, and that's the first carry tonight by someone not named Noah Roper. Noah only 19 carries, 9.2 yards per carry after that big 66-yarder. He loves hitting the home runs and just gets a little crease, and no one's catching him. With the running clock under 5 minutes, Erie, I think, still wanting to execute and score. Lucero checks in with the sideline. Now Crooks will back up behind him into the pistol. Hand off to Crooks, left side, and he's stopped as he gets toward the line of scrimmage. In fact, he may have been stopped even a yard short. So 3rd and about 3 here for the Tigers, and one Tiger is down near the ball, and that is Cameron Crooks. A little bit shaken up there on the play. And Cameron has to go off because they stopped the clock for him. So coming into excuse me, I really apologize. Coming in to replace him is Jonah Van Landingham. Third and a long 3 here. Van Landingham, the running back. Lucero back there at quarterback. Takes a snap. Hands off. Van Landingham left side. And not much room as Roosevelt hopped in every gap there and got good penetration. And a loss there for Van Landingham. So loss of a couple. And the Tigers will be forced to punt for only the 2nd time tonight. First time was a touchback by Julian. See if he can drop one in a little closer. Sends this one high, spiraling, looks good. Let's see if it'll check. It will, inside the 10. Great punt that time by Julian. As they'll ultimately mark it down, they'll say it was touched at the 13. And so Will Rathy making light that first non-touchback we had tonight from Julian Castine. 1st and 10 here for Roosevelt. Out there, safety is Adam Hunder. Also see Aaron Dixon out there at linebacker. There's a curl underneath, caught, and then wrestled to the turf. Out there on the tackle was Dylan Hall. And a 5-yard pickup there through the air. Only a couple minutes here remaining in this quarter. So 2nd and 4 here for Roosevelt. Trips to the wide side of the field. Roosevelt's going to throw the screen. A little bit of room to negotiate. Hold. Are they not going to call that? Pretty obvious hold, I thought. Will Kana was just being devoured. In fact, if you take a look at that, Will Kana was asking for it, and see right in your screen here, Will Kana, he's trying to get away. That's about as textbook as you can get right there. All right, and they do call it, so. Just didn't see the flag, but they did call the hold. And 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11. Hartson being flushed, throws off his back foot, has a man intercepted. Intercepted by Will Kana, and so both Kanas getting in on the party, but there is a flag in the Erie secondary. This might be a holding call on Erie. In fact, Jacob Morey was clapping his hands and then pointing in the direction of Erie. Good interception, though, by Will Kana. We've seen Isaac make a couple plays tonight, including a 40-yard touchdown catch. And they will call a hold on Erie. So wipe off the interception and a personal foul on Roosevelt. So 1 step forward, 2 steps back for the Riders. First and 10, Roosevelt. Roosevelt. So after all the penalties have been administered, you had a hold on Erie, you had a personal foul on Roosevelt, and we're right back to where we started at 2nd and 11. But almost 2 minutes went off the clock there. Handoff. I think there was a fumble back there as well. No, just I saw Hartson kind of lean down. Looked like he was trying to pick up the ball, but just a no gain there by Devin Sanchez. That'll end the quarter. Tigers, they score again. It's 49-0 here at the end of 3 on the Erie Tiger Network.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. As big hit behind the line, but Hartson didn't have the ball. And on 3rd and long, that's now 4th and long, and Roosevelt will punt. Well, this has been an adventure, especially on this end tonight for Roosevelt, as we have seen 2 punts blocked, 3rd one almost blocked. Don't think they'll be bringing the dogs this time. High snap, low, and actually that hits an Erie Tiger, and Ethan Johnson had to hop on it. Great field position here for Erie. As that punt was driven low. And a couple officials having a discussion, not sure what that's about, but Erie gets it on the Roosevelt 30. Well, here comes the cavalry for the Tigers, and taking the snap is Dominic Barella. Hands off, Crooks, right side, big hole. Runs into a couple white shirts and picks up 9. So Cameron Crooks with 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9 yards, bringing up 2nd and 1 for the Tigers.
So 2nd and 1. Again, it's Barella. Takes the snap. Again, it's Crooks with a handoff. Left side, another first down. Out across the 15. And another good pickup there. 7 yards on the pickup for Crooks. And Cameron's got 23 yards on 4 carries. Tigers closing in on 200 yards rushing as a team. They have 294 total yards. By the way, with that Roper 66-yard touchdown run, he passes Austin Eckler for 16th all by himself in the record book for career touchdowns. As Crooks is slung down for a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 12 now after the 2-yard loss. Ball will be spotted at the the Roosevelt, about the 16. Now Barella will come in. Dominic Barella, typically a tight end or linebacker, taking snaps here. Hands off. Right side, that was Jonah Van Landingham, and Jonah picks up maybe a couple. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Only 8 minutes left in this one. Erie, got to figure there might be one more game here with running clock as they take on Thompson Valley. And then what I'm guessing will be a game for a league championship against Fort Morgan. Then the playoffs will start. Barella avoids the first rush of defenders, but can't avoid the second in the backfield. And he'll lose a yard. And at 4th and 12, Erie, it looks like we'll go for it here. Tried to work on some things here on offense with the next unit of guys. See Draven Freud out there for the Tigers, Liam Floyd as well. as Van Landingham will pick up about 5, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And so now Roosevelt will have it. Well, our Alex Ailey player of the game. That's right, you heard that right. Alex Ailey, a donator to our Patreon, which you can find in the description, the link down below. And he paid for a read in his name. So usually we have a little business blurb, so we'll just say give him a follow on Twitter at ETN Alex Ailey on Twitter. But our Alex Ailey player of the game, hard to always go with Noah Roper. So today we might go with Isaac Kana, 40-yard touchdown catch. He had an interception. So we'll say him and Noah, co-players of the game. Fumble for Roosevelt, and Erie will pick it up. So I think Erie fell on it. No, and they will call it second down. So the slew of black jerseys were not able to get it. So Isaac Kana, 40-yard touchdown catch, an interception. Noah Roper, 19 yards, 5 touchdowns, 176 yards. Nate Hackney had an interception. So our Alex Ailey, players of the game, right there. How about that? Kind of looks like Erie lining up with 5.5 minutes. Or excuse me, Roosevelt lining up here in the I formation. 5.5 minutes left. Handoff right side. And Erie defense stands tough. Only a pickup of about 1. And a late flag coming in from the back judge. And I'm not sure who that one was on. And it is on Roosevelt. So that'll be half the distance. And I got to tell you, folks, it's fun to see Erie in the first half of games. In the second half of games this year, it's it goes by quick, and there's not much action. That's all I'll say about that. I'm happy to see some other guys getting reps for sure. But man, this is one heck of a football team. And, you know, we knew they were good. The Canyon City guys, their radio guys, when they came in here and they saw this team, they said, this is hands down the best defense we have seen all year. And we think it's better than Discovery Canyon and Palmer Ridge. So Tigers have not been tested in a while. The good news is you got to face your own guys in practice. So, and you always hear from the great teams, it's tougher in practice than it is in a game. And that's usually a good thing to hear. And that's certainly what Erie will have to hang their hat on. 4th and 9, Roosevelt will call a timeout. Noah Roper with 5 touchdown runs here tonight. Erie scored on a punt block. That was Tyler Gardner. And a passing touchdown in the first of 40 yards from Gavin Mendoza to Isaac Kana. And that's the scoring summary for tonight. Touchdowns of 1, 12, 40, 5, 4, 9, and 66 yards for the Tigers. And they continue to pile on explosive play after explosive play. You know, if it wasn't running clock and the teams were just a little bit better that Erie have played against this year, you kind of wonder what type of video game numbers this offense will be putting up. You saw Noah rush for almost 300 yards against Meade. There's an interception for the Tigers. Picked off by a player we don't even have listed on our roster. And then another Tiger pelted to the turf behind the play. Take another look at this one. And we do not know who that is.
Looks like the Tigers have a player injured.
And actually, it wasn't a player pelted behind, but it almost looked like a Non-contact knee injury. Oh, you'd hate to see that. That is Mason Vivi. That's, or no, I beg your pardon. That's Clayton Johnson. That's
walking off like a real champ.
so another penalty. This one on Erie. That's going to back them up to their own 34. 3:36. The clock is stopped for the injury, and now they will roll it.
Looks like the ball's in the Tigers' possession. First and 10 at the 34-yard
And Barella will come out, and he will be the snap receiver, if you will, again. Van Landingham behind him, gets the handoff, stutters, and then tries to fall forward, gets back maybe to the original line of scrimmage.
gain of 1 yard, bringing 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Tigers. Fans, don't forget for about Erie Idol on Tuesday night. You can buy tickets at the door for that. Need a ticket to vote? Have the top 5 performing acts, and then they'll count the votes and have the head-to-head between the top 2. And that handoff going nowhere. As Van Landingham dropped for a 5-yard loss, 6-yard loss.
Loss of 6 yards.
That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Bring up 3rd and 6.
Only 2 minutes and about 5 seconds left. Special thanks to Hayden Dickinson. He was our cameraman here tonight in the second half. Jaden Sanders showed up. He's helping out. Head-to-head between the top 2. And that handoff going nowhere. As Van Landingham dropped for a 5-yard loss, 6-yard loss.
Loss of 6 yards.
That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Bring up 3rd and 6.
Only 2 minutes and about 5 seconds left. Special thanks to Hayden Dickinson. He was our cameraman here tonight in the second half. Jaden Sanders showed up. He's helping out. And our TD, Alex Nielsen, also edited the ETN News yesterday. So, been a huge addition to the Erie Tiger Network class. As Van Landingham will work his way forward for about a yard. And so, 4th and 15. Tigers, of course, taking their sweet time. This will probably be their last offensive play of the game. With a 1:07 remaining, and then they'll turn it over on downs, and Roosevelt will maybe have one more play. They might pack it in 2. Van Landingham gets the carry, gets a yard. And that'll do it for Erie. So special thanks to all of those crew members. Long day of broadcasting here on the Erie Tiger Network. 3 games. Unfortunately, no softball tomorrow, but we will have football next week, and of course we'll have Erie Idol, as I said. I'd love for you to show up, though. And so, Roosevelt, head-to-head between the top 2. And that handoff going nowhere. As Van Landingham dropped for a 5-yard loss, 6-yard loss.
Loss of 6 yards.
That'll bring up 3rd and long.